What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Superpower Review. I'm your host, Kennedy Gudenia, and today we're going to be doing a review on Absolute Carnage issue number 4. Alright guys, so after reading this book, I have a lot of complaints about this book, and I have to say that this one has been the weaker book out of the whole entire series. So this is book number 4. We have 5 issues to complete this story, Absolute Carnage. So I'm gonna throw a fastball of complaints at you, and then I will talk about some of the things that I did like about the book. So complaint number 1, Venom Hulk was, so epic in the last issue, and he had variant covers up the wazoo. And in this issue, we only see Carnage and Venom Hulk, or the Immortal Hulk, whatever you want to say. They only duked it out for like 2 pages, and Carnage beat him wicked fast and really easily. So I would have liked to seen, more of an epic fight. I would have liked to seen the fight a little bit longer. And, the artistic ability of Ryan Stegman, who was showing the artwork in this, between that fight, it was so amazing that it made me want more. So that is one of my first complaints, is that, I would have liked to seen the Carnage and the Venom Hulk duke it out a little bit longer. Alright, so my second complaint is that Miles Morales has no control of his symbiote in this book. And why that is a complaint to me is because if you are reading the tie-ins, the last Miles Morales Absolute Carnage book, he was able to control his symbiote, and it kind of hinted that he had a solution on how to beat Carnage by maybe getting into the hive. So in this book, we see that Miles Morales is not in control of his symbiote at all, and then Eddie Brock saves him by giving him a electric boost or whatever with his little gauntlet thing that he has on his hand, whatever. And then all of a sudden, Miles Morales is like, he looks like he's never been free before out of this, this whole event. So it's a little weird. The tie-in definitely muddies up the main story, and that is another huge complaint I have about this book as well. Alright, 2 more complaints and I'm done, and then I'll get into the good stuff, okay? So I feel like that, Donny Cates is obviously a talented writer, and he's been doing a great job with the storyline. But I don't know if he's not going to use it for this title, or if he's going to use it more down the road, but I feel like he's not utilizing all the characters that we have in this storyline being fully played. So, we have Sleeper, who's not being used. He was mentioned in this comic book, like, Dylan says, we gotta go get Sleeper, and Venom's like, he can take care of himself because he's too busy being a cat, obviously. So we have Sleeper, who's not being utilized. I would have loved to see more of the original Doppelganger and not this whole Miles Morales Doppelganger, because he serves like really no purpose at all. And what about that first appearance of the Demogoblin? We only saw her in the Absolute Carnage Lethal Protector storyline, and we're not seeing her in here. Where are all these characters? You know what I mean? What is another great one that we're missing? What about the Scorpion? You know what I mean? Why doesn't the Scorpion get a symbiote or from, these codices, and he can help out with the fight, kind of be like a whole Agent Venom thing. The symbiote takes over him, kind of repairs his legs, and then he's good to go for, to go into the fight. So that is one of my other complaints, is that he's not utilizing a lot of characters. We could be having a huge blowout battle in this Absolute Carnage, and I've said this in maybe a past episode, but I feel like that there was more carnage in Maximum Carnage than we actually seeing in this Absolute Carnage series. Very similar to Maximum Carnage, but also I feel like maybe a tad bit watered down, because we're not seeing, and here's another big complaint, we're not seeing any major deaths in this comic book series, and this is supposed to be Absolute Carnage. Where's all the massive deaths? You know what I mean? Again, it's Absolute Carnage. I want to see some main characters die, other besides Riker Island inmates being controlled by the Carnage symbiote. Alright, now that I got all the complaints out of the way, let me actually talk about the things that I actually do like about this comic book. I really think it's cool that Carnage was able to obtain the Venom symbiote. I think that's really cool, and his new look looks really medieval and totally badass. It looks awesome. And I also think it's really cool that we find out the maker, when he made the machine to extract these codices, that we thought that he was extracting them and destroying them, which is not the case. The machine has actually been extracting the codices and keeping them. So Eddie Brock finds that out. He takes his gauntlet that he took on his hand, and he starts bashing in the machine, breaks the machine, and then he gets covered in all of the codices that the machine was able to collect. This was really cool because now Venom has not only just his ability, the regular Venom symbiote, because the Venom symbiote consumed Captain America, Wolverine, the Thing, and all these codices leave a piece of those characters. So now he's not only Venom, but he has the abilities of all these other superheroes, which is actually really cool. And at the end, we see Carnage opening up his wings, and he's gonna fly off to go resurrect Null or wake up Null, and then we see Venom chasing tail after him. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Do you guys think Carnage will awaken the god of the symbiotes? Let me know. And if he doesn't get woken up, then I'm gonna tell you right now that this comic book series would have been a complete waste if that doesn't happen, and a huge money pit, because if when he does get awoken, this could be a huge Marvel comic book event, even bigger than Absolute Carnage, and Null has the potential to be a threat to Earth and all of these superheroes as much as Thanos was a threat in the Marvel comic books. Alright guys, so if I had to give this book a review using the CGC grades, like I said, I feel like that this book was the weakest one. I wasn't very excited about this one, and I really feel like this book did not retain the hype factor of this whole comic book series. You heard my complaints, my mini complaints, and if I had to get right down to it, I'm gonna have to give this book an 8.5. The positives was artwork, Venom obtaining a new symbiote or mix of symbiotes, and Carnage obtaining the Venom symbiote. So guys, that's going to do it for today's review. Let me know in the comment section what you thought of Absolute Carnage issue 4, and also comment your predictions. If you liked anything that I had to say in this video, be sure to Hulk smash that like button and subscribe for future videos. That's going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.